Now, as we have thrown light or understood the fact that the entire availability of water in the entire globe is 96.5% is associated with the oceans. There is 2.5, in that also 70% is being connected with the ice, glaciers and all. So we can generally assume that we have water scarcity. So when we know that we have water scarcity, we immediately need to take the water scarcity automatically leads to water management. There is a need to have a water management. We already feel sometimes funny because today when we look at the availability of water in our neighboring places or in our household or nearby in our city or in the town or the village, where do you stay, you find abundantly water available for us. Abundantly means without any restriction for us. We get the available amount of water freely. We have a habit of wasting water very seriously. So this abundant availability of water may sometimes put into a confusion like why people are talking about the scarcity of water, because we have huge amount of water available for us right now. How are people predicting that we are going to get into a situation where there would be a scarcity of water? The situation generally we feel that when abundant of water, we talk about the word scarcity or non-availability we generally assume to the places where we have dry lands, desert regions. We immediately get into the mind. What you are getting into your mind? Which state is coming into your visualization? Yes, right. The state is Rajasthan. Not only you, most of the people in India, when we talk about the scarcity of water, immediately they would get into their brains as if it was been an electrified bulb being switched on. Immediately they get into their brains flashing it that Rajasthan, and they remember a woman carrying an unearthen pots known as matkas. Taking matkas and carrying water from very long places and getting the water to fulfill their daily needs. So all these imaginations reveal for us to a situation like there is scarcity of water in India also. Yes, depending on the climatic condition, seasonal changes, what is the other different aspect we remember about the Rajasthan? Semi-arid region or arid region. Semi-arid region and low underground reserves. These are the exceptional features which bring change in any place where the availability of water becomes scarce. I am not talking only about Rajasthan. We are talking in a general conditions which can influence any place to be branded as a place where there is scarcity of water. So now, climatic conditions, if it is a very hot place, there is a possibility to have their difficulty of water availability. It's not always that the hot places will definitely have scarcity of water. For example, you take a country called Zaire. The country called Zaire is exactly located very close to the equator, and there you find heavy temperatures also. But daytime from 12 to 2 o'clock, it is extremely hot, very difficult to be there. And if you look at the African people, it's very easy for you to understand because their hair itself will be burnt and they have their hair very curled up deep inside. So these are all possibilities and difficulties make them to understand the real problem of extreme heat. It doesn't mean that in Zaire we do not have water. In Zaire daily we get heavy rains, and the rivers which are flowing through Zaire will receive bulk amount of rainfall and frequent floods. Because of extreme heat, the precipitation will immediately result in relief rainfall, which creates relief for those people. So that is an example. But in a country like India, where we have states like Rajasthan, where the temperatures are completely dry and the availability of water in the underground layers also is very less, because it is being not used for agriculture and there is no process of reinstalling the underground layers of water into the deeper layers. These all possibilities made it very difficult for the places to do agriculture. So it has been turned into a semi-arid region, and here the rainy season is completely absent. You have 6 months summer extreme hot, and you have 6 months extreme cold winter. These all resulting in low underground reserves of water. These all possibilities have turned, there are some places which will result in scarcity of water. What are the other possible options that may change a place to become less scarce of water? Those options are over exploitation, over usage, unequal access to social groups, these three could also be the social factors which can be influencing a place from turning it into a fertile land to a dry land. Like over exploitation by a particular family or by a particular community of people, the water will be over exploited, resulting in the over usage of a particular resource. Any resource which can be overused will result into scarcity. Next, the unequal access to all social communities or groups. For example, we all know that in India is the only country where we have the caste discrimination. Caste discrimination mainly discriminates people from having common dining and also having access to public tanks. When the people of the lower caste or the untouchable caste or so-called Harijans were not allowed to access water from the nearby tanks, it automatically forces them to walk along from miles of kilometers to get water for them, which in turn results that the non-availability of water for the people. So these are some of the factors which are influencing a place to be called as a water scarce place. Let's find out some other facts.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.